How can you mend, oh yeah, that broken queen? Somebody tell me, how can that loser ever win? People say, baby, how can you stop that queen from running her fucking mouth without kicking her ass? La 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 la. I can still feel the breeze as it rumbles through the trees and wasted memories. Hey, peoples. Hi, Erica. Fraser Laurie. Hi, Dwayne Williams. The Sparkle Covington. RJ Supreme. How y'all doing? I see that Sissy J. Wilson over there. She can't stand me covering other news other than her black ass, right? So she figures that, oh, I'll go over there and insult him and I'll draw the attention back to me, because basically no one's paying any attention to me unless somebody's cussing my ass out, right? So since Blaine likes to cuss me out so bad, let me give her something, right? No. I'd rather talk about more important things, but I'm going to give you a moment, boy, right? How y'all doing? Crystal F, Mocha Drop, comments, what's going on? We're going to start this off right away because I ain't got a lot of time for this bullshit on today.
Some of these. Could you give me that begging techniques? Y'all ain't telling me nothing. Y'all say people begging, but you ain't telling me how they begging.
Oh, really?
You say they dry begging. I got Tim is begging people to buy that book that he just wrote, child.
Come on, sissy.
Let me drink some coffee. Child, people checking out books and
eat a piece of chicken.
Anyway, girl. Old Pastor J, Kimmy had to strike Erica Kelly. I know. Dr. Shauna.
You know everything, bitch.
I know. I talked about it a little bit. Not the techniques. Yes, baby. Tim said he needs to pay the editor for a new book and wants the people to pay for it. Really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? I mean, can't your other books pay for it? I mean, you are such a world-renowned New York bestsellers list writer. Shouldn't them proceeds and shouldn't them residuals and all of that be paying for the editor? I mean, you such a successful book writer. Why you got to be begging for? Shouldn't the books be paying for itself? I mean, you such a prolific writer that, child, you don't need that SSI. Your books can pay for your whole rent and stuff. Okay, moving right along.
She ain't finished.
Right.
Let's let her bury herself a little more.
Somebody said, I could understand if you was homeless, living on the street. That's a different story. But when you have a roof over your head, that's a different story. These you two streets is
Wait a minute. I think you missed that one. The person in your chat, one of your pig people, suggested that if they can understand if you are homeless or you actually had a need for to be begging for people to help you out, right? And they said that, but if you got a roof over your head, well, Jay Wilson, aren't you bragging about you have this in your mind mansion in the suburbs of San Antonio, right? Did you miss that, Jay Wilson? They were talking to you, girl. They were talking to you, David. Anyway, so this queen, you got to figure, why does he keep coming for him? Why does he keep the girl? Because she can't get no contact. It's about hook or crook, honey. Right? So we're going to discuss a couple of things, but I got to go just a teeny little bit further. We're going to get to the gist of it. No, she didn't talk about books, girl.
For his cash apps. Okay. Tim begs for an editor for his new book. Child, begging for an editor, Jesus. Hunter. Not Tim. Not Tim. Oh, no, not Alex Haley. No, not Tim Alex Haley. No, He got residuals coming out the yin yang. He shouldn't be asking y'all. Okay, the publishing company should be paying for it, right?
Are you through?
What? Okay. Oh no, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know, Dr. LaShawn Rue. I know. Tim said the government pays his bills, but he need money from the subscriber to pay. Right there. See, this is why I don't pay no people no mind. They're always talking about people begging. They're always talking about people, but look what they doing. Look.
Jay Wilson, are you mentally ill? I mean, is there something wrong with your brain? Did you bring your stinking, bald-headed black ass on here, girl, talking about somebody begging for a goddamn editor, girl? Did I, Miss Thing, I came on here one time, last year, and actually, because I write a book damn near every year, girl, there's a 1 minute, I said I could use an editor, and I asked the people, listen, I need to get this editor to get this book done, right? So they gave me the money in 20 minutes, right? And then I said, stop. I don't need any more money. I'm cool. All I care about is my books. You don't give a fuck about a book because you can't write a goddamn thing, right? And you came on here and ripped them people off, bitch. You asked for $1,700 in a GoFundMe for a goddamn pamphlet, girl. What no bigger than this? A lot smaller than this, girl. $1,700. You came back and you begged for another. Woo! Thais, why you do me like that, child? Woo! Thank you, baby. Thank you for a cash app. I got to get back to this reading. This hope. Girl, did she say it all? Jay Wilson, the very last thing that you should even mention in any of your videos, you should never mention money. But what do? That's all you mention. It doesn't make any sense, girl. You should never say anything about begging. Yet you got begging in your goddamn title today. And you're criticizing people for getting $20. Oh, they got $20. They say I beg. I say I beg. This thing. Leave it out your mouth, Jay Wilson. You shouldn't be talking about anybody's background or upbringing, considering the fact that you were raised in a goddamn, leaning over to the left trailer, girl. You had 11 people living in a goddamn 2-bedroom trailer, Miss Thing. And we can only imagine, because when you go on the freeway, girl, you'll see them moving single wide trailers. And you was dumb enough to let us know that it was a single wide trailer, right? You was dumb enough to let us know there were 9 kids. You were dumb enough to let us know there were 2 parents, or so you claim. We don't know, because apparently the woman got infants and 25 years old at the same goddamn time. That doesn't make sense to nobody else, but of course everything's a lie and a spin, right? I don't lie. You must think you do lie. You do beg. You are a scammer. You have accomplished more scamming on this goddamn site than anybody on here. As far as the beef sector goes, I don't know what goes on in other places. You are the absolute worst, right? And then you are so stupid that you come on here bragging about all of your scams and the way you've gotten people's money. Oh, I'm real. I mean, when they give, I say what I say whatever I say I'm gonna do, I do it. When I asked for the turkey dinner, they saw me making the turkey. Nigga, are you insane? How does anybody benefit because you said you were real and they sent you money for a turkey dinner? Bitch. So they sent you $1.29 for a can of green beans. So that's what green beans cost. Let's say you use 2 cans of green beans. So did you beg for the 2 cans of green beans, girl? What are the other ingredients? That's another $1.25. So that cost $5. How much did you collect for the green beans, though? You beg for the turkey. You beg for the cranberry sauce. And you over here have the nerve to be bragging about it, girl. What is there to brag about, Jay Wilson? You stupid fucking idiot. And you want to talk about my books? Let's do a countdown, because we ain't done one in a while. We haven't done a countdown in a while, bitch. And here's why I call myself a writer. Why? No, nobody said anything about being a New York Times bestseller. No shit like that, right? I call myself a writer. Why? Because I write. Do you? I wouldn't give you the benefit of giving you anything in any way, or I would order that goddamn book just to make fun of it, girl. Right? Because every chapter is 1 page. I did see that much, girl, even in the goddamn sample. Every chapter is 1 page. The whole goddamn thing is barely 50 pages, girl. And from the first page, where you're supposed to give the background, where you say ain't nobody went to college but you, then all the other pages are just copy and paste. Copy and paste. You could have done that in an afternoon, girl. So here's why I call myself a writer, right? This is the first book I wrote. That was 15 years ago, right? Then within the next year, I wrote another book. Became a series, Love and Gospel Music. It's about the gays in the gospel world and a host of other things. No, it's not a gay book because there are aunties and moms and everybody's in there, right? But this is why I call myself a writer. There's a reason for it. It makes sense, honey. Okay. What we got now? That's 3. No, that's 2. Then I wrote this book. Another book. Right? Love and Gospel Music series. Why did I call myself a writer? Let's see. Why else would I call myself a writer, bitch? Tell me, honey. Let me see. Girl, there's so many of them. I got to dig them out, girl. Wait a minute. Then I wrote this book. This book. And then I wrote this book. And that finished that series, correct? You bald head bitch. Let's see. Why is Timothy Blaine a writer? Then, oh no, I ain't got to. Then I wrote this one about you motherfuckers, right? I wrote a book about this. That was just, was it 2 years ago? And in this last 2 years, I wrote this book as well. Correct? And then just 2 weeks ago, I released this book. And you want to know, why am I a writer? You say, oh, you supposed to be making all this money. No, because you are only motivated by money. Right? When an artist does the work on canvas, when an artist does a work on canvas, girl, yeah, they may eventually make some money after they're dead. But when the artist does a work on canvas, come on, baby. You can't see them. Okay. Do you think these artists were writing, painting their portraits and their art for money? Is that why they did that? Do you know how much time it takes to do a portrait in this caliber, girl? Do you have any idea, Jay Wilson, how long it takes to put that together? No, they did it for art. It is their creativity, honey. It is essential to who they are. Everybody is not just doing something to get money the way you did. Remember how when Wally got I got to say the same goddamn thing again. Anyway, Wally got some money. You immediately come back a couple of days later. Now you are writing a book all of a sudden. 3 weeks you go and oh, thank you. Oh, I got the new book last week and bought Meth Monster. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, James W. Oh, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Anyway, I was talking about this boy. He went in there and talking about he's working on this book. He's working on this book. The book is all copy and paste, girl. You could do it in a couple of hours, honey. But she went in there and said that she was working on this book, right? She came back and begged y'all for all that money. She got the nerve to talk about me begging for money for an editor because I really needed the editor. I ain't got no problem with it, bitch. It is my life force, girl, right? She begged for all that money from you people. And then when people who bought that, who were crazy enough to buy that shit, they said, well, Jay Wilson, you have, I must have got 10 emails that same day. You got to look at his book. You got to look at his book. I said, first of all, we have to establish that it's not a book. That is a pamphlet. And that is exactly what it is. It is a pamphlet. Don't call that a book. It offends my sensitivities as a writer, right? He got 27 errors in the first paragraph. I know y'all heard this 100 times by now. 27 errors in the first paragraph. And the people would have to ask yourself, Jay Wilson, we gave you $2,700 to get an editor. You mean to tell me, Jay Wilson, that you did not spend not one nickel of that money on no editor. No editor, no person who's ever written a paper is not going to see 27 errors in the first paragraph. And there was so much talk about the first paragraph because there was nowhere to go past the first paragraph, girl. You ain't had no book. Copy and paste this. Copy and paste. This is how you get into the first colleges and your first school. An idiot. No one read that bullshit, girl. They bought it out of support for you, right? And you bled them. You bled them for every goddamn nickel you could get from them, girl. And you have the audacity to complain about me raising $350 after working for a book on a book for a year and a half. When you beg for that every goddamn day, nigga, you mean tell me that you come on here every motherfucking day and talk about how I put my merch on there. I put my merch on there. I'm gonna get the coin. Oh, this month gonna be better than the last month. Oh, this month, oh, I'm breaking records. Nigga, you got 6,000 subscribers. How in the fuck are you breaking records on YouTube, girl? I wouldn't give a goddamn if you put commercial in every 30 seconds. You only got 5,000 subscribers, girl. And we only know a fraction of them are watching at any given time, this thing. So where are you getting all of this money? I don't got a bag. I'm getting all this money on my commercials. Like your commercials are different than other people. Nigga, we're all YouTubers. We know what you get. Why are you lying about it? You lie about everything, you piece of shit. And how dare you speak on my books? And there's another bitch on there I want to address. What's that nigga name? I don't know if this is a male or female nigga. Angry black smurf. What did that bitch say? Let me see. Hold on a minute. He cultivates the mentally ill over there. He cultivates them. Were you still talking about me, boy?
What they doing? And the only reason I'm bringing it up, y'all, because it really doesn't matter. But the only reason why I'm bringing it up is these people always had an issue. Always had an issue. And see, they get mad because if I ask for it, people know that, baby, it's getting ready to happen. Oh, yes, in Jesus.
What do you mean it's getting ready to happen? And what the fuck Jesus got to do with it? Everything's in Jesus' name. Fucking clown. Supposed to be in goddamn ministry.
It won't happen. But they do it, and they got to do all of this begging.
What you just said doesn't make any sense at all, Jay Wilson. What do you mean? If I when I ask for money, you didn't know it's gonna happen. You know what? I'm gonna have a Thanksgiving dinner. But what do you thought? We thought you're gonna go and drive off to the Bahamas some goddamn where with the money, girl? Who gives a fuck what you do with it, bitch? You still beg. You are a chronic beggar. You have been begging all of your goddamn life. Your mama begged and your daddy begged, right? Because you had all them niggas to feed, bitch. And all them begged, girl. You were the goddamn neighborhood beggars, Miss Thing. And every time it's time to eat, you motherfuckers had to eat in shifts. You know, Miss Thing, you know the most extreme poverty that exists on this goddamn country. Stupid ass bitch gonna try to come for somebody. You're not equipped. And why are you screaming? I'm screaming in reaction to you, but it seems to me that you want to always talk about how people are Bammers and they on welfare and they on this and all that. I said, girl, I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I'll say it quickly as I can. At least when the people have to raise their children because you niggas ain't no good. At least when the people have to raise their children, the women in the projects will provide a bedroom for the children. They will provide a kitchen for feed the family, right? Most projects, there'll be, if there's more than one bedroom, they're in townhouses. Now, this might turn into bad neighborhoods when the kids become teenagers and all that kind of stuff, right? But as far as the units, it's so much different than crowding 11 people into a trailer, which is not even. You couldn't get this whole apartment on the freeway, but you can certainly get a single wide trailer on the freeway, right? A single wide trailer is not from here to the kitchen, right? So you have less space than my tiny apartment. And you got 11 people living. I'm trying to imagine how in the fuck can you have 11 people living in a single wide trailer, nigga? God damn, you got 2 on this chair, 3 on the couch, 4 in this chair. Maybe you got 3 on the floor. Where in the fuck would they sit at? But you got so much to say about everybody's poverty and how you work, and you're working for a temporary agency. That is not a job. It's not a job, Jay Wilson. You want to brag and brag and brag about how you working. You ain't got time for this. You ain't got time for this. But yet you're on 5 times a day on YouTube. I would have more respect for a person just make YouTube videos, Miss Thing. But you can't, girl. You got to have a whole panel of 5 and 6 motherfuckers on there for anybody to even show up, girl. They showing up because they ain't got no views on their channel. So if you come together, girl, you can get some traction by talking about people like Timothy Blaine, girl. Then you can get somebody to watch that bullshit. I'm putting it in my commercials. I'm putting it in my commercials. Even a moderate YouTuber has 100,000 subscribers. I'm not even nowhere near close to that at this point. If I'm not close to it, nigga, I got 5 times as much as you do. So where are you getting all this money? And this month I'm making all my money from there. You are doing nothing but coming after scam after scam. And anybody who's honest on here can say that. But Timothy, when you saw him coming off that little boat ride ripoff, where he said it was so lucrative and profitable and all this shit, all the money went to him, all this kind of stuff, right? Well, as soon as you came off the plank, bitch, I said, give him a week. What are we? Oh, he made it 9 days. And now he got a Christmas tree. He got a Christmas tree challenge. So, right? So he, in the opening statement of his Christmas tree challenge, he's asking you people to give him $500 and $200 and $300. That's $1,000 in the first statement, in the first line of him talking about a Christmas tree challenge. Is he interested in the challenge? No, he's interested in how much money he can pull out your ass, child. Don't you see? And that's why I take such offense to this asshole over here calling himself Angry Black Smurf. You ugly little bald-head black bitch. Show yourself, nigga. Did you say that my book was not well written and all? No, I'll tell you the experience, bitch. You said you, wait a minute. I want to hear it out of her mouth. Hold on a minute.
People who say I was begging, they begging. They out here begging.
How did he let that cross his mouth?
And that person can get a job. If you can do all that cussing and you can do all that shimmying all up in that apartment, then you can shimmy your ass down and get a job. But that's people don't want to work. People want to live off the government.
Okay, people want to live off the government. Nigga, why would I get a job? Explain it to me. I don't understand it. I'm 65 years old, correct? I'm entitled as an American citizen to the Social Security that I paid in since I was 14 years old, girl. Why in the fuck, if I don't have to work, would I go and do it? You know, most jobs are jobs. Most jobs are not careers. They're jobs, honey. So if I don't enjoy doing it, girl, I don't have to do it. So why would I do it? You punk ass bitch, you live so far beyond your means that you got to come on here 5 times a day and come over here fucking with me so you can get somebody to watch that bullshit, bragging about how much views you getting, girl. You ain't getting shit from YouTube, girl. I don't give a goddamn how many commercials you put in it, girl, because most people in this modern time, they know that all they got to do is sign up for premium, girl. What's that, $12.99? And they ain't got to see no commercials? None. So where all this goddamn money coming from? And me breaking all these records. And I'm getting all you, girl, just like your goddamn fake ass degrees, this thing. You are this and you are that. And you girl, you do shit. And AdSense is not paying you like you claim it. They paid you. They gave you a paycheck one time in Christmas season, girl. And you said, look, I get $3,000. I get $3,000. You ain't getting $3,000. You ain't getting $3,000. Yet you got 5,000 subscribers. You got 5,000 subscribers. You have an average of 1,000 watching you. And then over half of those are going to have YouTube Premium, right? So they're not even, the reason why they don't bother you about your begging and about you putting all these goddamn commercials in every 2 minutes, girl. The reason why they don't do it, because they don't see them. They're just like me, right? We have enough sense to pay the $12, girl. And we don't see none of your goddamn commercials, Miss Thing. So where are you getting all this money that you claim you're getting from there? And why would you even need all that goddamn money, Miss Thing? I would think if you have a career or you have a real job, bitch, you would be exhausted at the end of the day. People in careers, they don't always just work 8 hours a day. Sometimes they're putting in 12, 11 hours a day, Miss Thing, right? Because either they have a business, Miss Thing, or they have a career, right? That pays them well, right? It takes care of all of their expenses, Miss Thing. And so they value their job. You ain't never got that. You said you got 5 degrees 30 years ago. Who knows what the situation is there, girl? Probably more than likely, he went to college one time, right? And since he's such a low-life piece of shit, he has not been able to get a job since then. He's on here today talking about how he worked for Delta. Oh, I worked for Delta for 12 years. And I said, wait a minute. Hold the hell on, honey. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. You have worked for Delta for 8 years, 10 years, and now it's 12 years, right? Why is it necessary to lie? Jay Wilson, who do you think is impressed with your stinking black ass? Right? We're black people, girl. Who? You came on here trying to present that you were some kind of middle class man. You've never been middle class, girl. And at one point, you made the mistake of letting slip out of your mouth that you were raised in that goddamn trailer camp, right? And of course, me being who I am, I like a lizard. I got that. It explains so much to me. I said, this ain't nothing but trailer trash. This is somebody poor, ain't never had shit. That's why he got to constantly be bragging about stuff, even though you don't have it. You are barely, Miss Thing, you are barely in that house, Miss Thing. And I told you before, I told you last week, Miss Thing, that house is underwater. If you bought a house in San Antonio, in one of them suburbs, where they're throwing up subdivisions, girl, every month they're opening up another subdivision, girl, you are underwater. Your house is worth less than you paid for it, bitch. I don't know what the fuck you think you're walking around in an empty house for, girl. And you want to come over here and brag about it. Oh, I'm running the Airbnb. I'm running the Airbnb. It's being. I got very strange this thing. What single man needs to be flopping around in a 2-story house in the suburbs of San Antonio? Girl, why would you want to do that, girl? I'm just saying. You flopping around in a house in San Antonio. The damn house is underwater. You working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs a day. YouTube is one stream of income. You got all kind of streams, nigga. You are over there every time you get a little temporary assignment. Oh, I got to go to work. I'm working. Why didn't you go to work? Oh, he can go get a job. I wish the fuck I would. Nigga, you invite any nigga that see me out there looking for a goddamn job, 65 years old, girl, is free to punch me in my goddamn face because I'm a goddamn fool. Why would I do it? I can write my books. I can come on YouTube, bitch. It ain't no guy. I'm not driven, Miss Thing, like you, right? Because them white folks don't want to hear your stories about how big you're gonna be. You've been on YouTube for 5 years and you ain't got no more than 5 motherfucking thousand subscribers, girl. But yet you're breaking records. You fucking idiot. I want to speak about this ugly bitch. They got an ugly monster over there. And I took offense at what she said. I don't mind people reviewing my books. I don't mind them talking about them. But they have to read them. That's the only thing, girl. I don't care about no goddamn honest reviews, Miss Thing. Right? But they have to at least read the book. This bitch, she gonna sit up here on Jay Wilson page.
When we have them cash app parties, folk were hating. And they were talking about it. Do you hear me? But now, baby, these people lie. I ain't never lied. And never have to tell a mistruth on what I do. See, scamming is lying.
Wait a minute. We ain't gonna let you slide with that one, honey. You said you've never lied and you never told a mistruth. Didn't you come on here and tell us that you were working on this career? And then when you got the little online certificate, girl, you said that they came online and got you. I guess they had headhunters looking for you. And they hired you at $130,000. You said you had already started the job for $130,000. Then you had the audacity. Let me mix them together. The unmitigated gall to come on here and tell us 3 minutes later that you had got a $30,000 raise. You got a $30,000 raise on an entry-level position, girl, on a job that the whole job only pays $27,000 a year, according to Google, girl. Not only did you didn't fudge it like 3 years or something like that, right? You fudged it a whole goddamn $100,000, girl. And you were sticking to that story until they called and doxed your punk ass, girl. And the white woman told us on here live online, girl, he does not work here. Tell me you ain't got no goddamn job. Lying. Then you come around talking, I never lie. I never scam. Everything that you do. Miss, maybe you're psychotic, girl. Maybe there's something wrong with your mind, girl, that you can just so blatantly lie to people. You say you're getting 160, and at the same time you bragged about that $160,000 a year as a chaplain, girl, in San Antonio. What's the cost to live in San Antonio anyway? The same time you did that, you said you were also getting 40,000, or you were getting $40 an hour from driving Uber, right? This was at the same time that you claimed. So that's what's that? So that's 160 plus 40. You're already at almost at $250,000 a year you're making, right? Then you said that your videos were making so much money. They jealous. They jealous. I get all the was that another 40,000? Is that bringing us up to $250,000 a year, Jay Wilson? Until we heard that white woman said that nigga does not work here on a temp job. Girl, please. Believe it or not, I did actually work. And when we needed a temp, the temp was just a placeholder. Somebody to be at the desk, honey. In my building, when somebody got to go on vacation, they hire a temp. The temp don't do nothing. They're just there, girls, because the phone call comes in. He can get off his ass and go work. Go and work. And I've accomplished what by that exactly? Nigga, when I tell you that I am perfectly set up, this thing, all of my bills are paid. My apartment is all paid. My medical, which is extensive, it's all paid. And you telling me that now I need to cancel that. And I get YouTube money. That's for me, girl. Yeah, they do take out a little bit from my check. A little bit though, girl. I'm still able to do whatever the fuck I want to do. When I get off of here, I'm going to go and I'm going to start a new book, right? But it's never been about getting $300 a year and a half from now, girl. It's never been it. I write because I'm a writer. I like to write. I like to express my thoughts, Miss Thing. And you want to come and piss on that after that pitiful piece of shit you put out, girl? You put it out twice. When we saw you come on here with them fake, ugly ass teeth, look like some of your churches is demonic. They're demonic in your churches. Then you come on here talking about that you ain't never had no work in your teeth, and your parents always sent you to the dentist. And your parents sent you to the dentist going back to when you were 4 years old. They're raising 9 kids. They live in a dilapidated trailer in a trailer park or on some goddamn. There's no land, honey. They don't even got sidewalks in them damn things, right? Dogs barking in the front yard, old car parts parked there. Why? Because they can't move them. They ain't got enough money to move the goddamn things, right? This is your background. Let me not lose my chain of thought. But you came on here acting like you were a middle class person, right? You were highly educated, highly motivated, but yet you got them degrees. You say it in your 20s. Miss Thing, you have not been able to procure a real job since then. Even when you got a job, the one you keep bragging about and changing how long you worked there, the dates and all that kind of stuff, that was in your 20s. Even then, hold on, I'm ready to lose it. Even then, when you were in your 20s, you were a flying waiter, or excuse me, a flying waitress, right? You're trying to make it like it's something glamorous. Oh, I work for Delta. I work for corporate America. I was working for corporate. Nigga, you were serving peanuts and coffee, bitch. How many times I got to keep reminding you, girl? There's never been a profitable place in your life. The greatest thing you ever did is as far as you're concerned, is moving to that house. That was like the holy grail to you, right? Because of the trailer. You think you don't believe in trauma? You are traumatized because there's no reason for you to have upstairs. Have you ever been upstairs, girl? right? It don't make no damn sense. Why couldn't you just bought a condominium or something that you actually needed? You know what happens when a man loves a woman and they start a family? What do? Get married. First thing they do, we need a house. Why do we need a house? Because we're gonna have a family, right? Move into your starter home, girl. Oh, baby, I think another one's coming. Now you got 2 kids, right? You know what? So you move out of your starter home and now you move into your real house, right? Why? Because you need a house. You got to raise these kids. You got to do at least 18 years with them, right? Usually it's a lot more than 18 years. Then you got grandkids and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you want to take care of your parents. What is your purpose, Jay Wilson? Right? You barely stand in that stupid ass piece of shit. You come over here and you beg these people for everything you can get from them. You rip them off, girl. That boat ride wasn't number the goddamn rip off, Miss Thing. Not only did you get a free ride because you didn't care about the boat ride, Miss Thing, because you didn't even hardly come out the goddamn cabin or the library where you hid in front of the police so Sean Bradley wouldn't kick you in your ass. Correct? They went to the Bahamas. They went to Bahamas, right? And should we talk about who they were, or why their faces have to be hidden? Why would you have to be hidden to go on your vacation, girl? Or they gonna dox? Ain't nobody gonna dox just seeing a picture of you on vacation, nigga. You goddamn liar. You didn't even know who them people was. The boat simply filled the cabins, honey. They're not gonna be filled up to the rim, girl, and then set sail, and they got all these empty cabins because you have reserved them, but ain't nobody in them, right? So they put people in them, girl, and here you are taking credit. 40 people come to see me. They all come to see. What, shouldn't you have come out your cabin then and saw them? You said you didn't want them under you, right? What else this hoe say? How y'all doing today? Thank you for those cash, the super chats though. Yeah, I identified, Thais, that Google shot themselves in the foot. They started taking half of people's money when they gave super chats, and so people are not giving hardly any super chats anymore, right? And then when I realized that when I came on your channel, I talked about how my check has shrunk and all that. A lot of that is because since people don't send super chats, then that money is not added up. You might say, well, $20 here, $10 here, $5 here, doesn't make a difference. No, when you add it up for a whole month, for 30 days, it does. And that was a substantial part of what we were getting from AdSense. I think that's a big part of the problem. Anyway. Beans and Cornbread, you read my book? Thank you. Please consider leaving a review. Just whatever you thought. You ain't got to write a book. Just what you thought of it. And he got this bald head black bitch over here called the angry black Smurf. You ugly motherfucker. That's why your punk ass is hiding behind the screen. I can't stand people who hide behind these screens, girl, want to talk shit about people. If you want to talk about me, bitch, face me. Right? Your opinions are shit. They don't mean a goddamn thing. You over here bragging about Jay Wilson's book, and you're going to tell me that what did he say? I want to hear what he said. Hold on, man. Okay, yeah, I got it. This is from the angry black Smurf. Tim books full of errors. It's like reading Ebonics. I bought the first one about the beef sector, and I didn't get past the first chapter. He's a terrible writer. And look at her little picture, girl. No wonder she's angry. This is how you look, nigga. Hold on. Is this a representative of how you look, bitch? Wait a minute. Hold on. You can't see it. She got a little ugly black Smurf there. It's so damn dark. I guess you were struggling with your dark skin, so you still in the struggle. You said my books were full of errors. I'll tell you the story about the errors. Not this book or the book before that one. The one before that one. Murder in the Beef Sector. I think that was the book. Murder in the Beef Sector was the first book I wrote about here. I attempted to use an automated editor for the first time. This is after I've already written 5 books. I attempted to use an automated editor, so I don't have to pay nothing, right? When a book came out, people were telling me, Timothy, there's errors in the book. Unlike your master, Jay Wilson, within an hour, I took the book down, right? You can take it up and down off YouTube at any time you want to fix it. I took it down and I went and hired myself an editor. This was out of my own pocket, right? Because I was going to have some shit running around on the internet with my name on it, girl, right? So I fixed it. So you are incorrect when you said you received, unless you received the book in that first hour, you are lying, the Black Smurf. You are lying. My book did not have errors in it. If you do, any book you find in the world, y'all don't give a fuck. You read Eli Harris, girl. There'll be one or two errors. Something got missed, and they have full-time editors on staff. But anyway, I fixed the problem. I suggested the same thing when Jay Wilson came out with this goddamn The College Trap, right? I said, Jay Wilson, I'm getting a lot of emails about these errors in your book. Let me tell you, as a person who has been through this process, you can take that down like that. You can have it edited and then put it back up, right? You can do that day and a half, 2 days, right? Oh no, I got no. He went silent on all talking about this goddamn book, right? That book is still sitting up there right now with 27 errors in the first paragraph. You notice that people are only talking about the first paragraph because no one made it past that. They said we're in our 40s and 50s. We ain't going to no goddamn college, right? We just try to support you. You saw Wally got a little bit of change, and you immediately brought your ass here and talking about you writing a book. You have not written a goddamn. I wish I had it here. I should just get it so I can criticize the girl. And then we have a challenge, Jay Wilson. Since now you in the challenge business, I'll read from my books one of the 8, and you read from that damn pamphlet, and we'll determine who's the writer. Correct? As far as you go, Miss Angry Black Smurf, fuck you, bitch. Don't bring your if I have a moderator here right now, if I ever have anybody ever sees that thing over here, that Angry Black Smurf bitch, let me know so I can block her forever. Her, him, or it. Most likely an it hiding behind anything, making comments. Oh, his book is terrible. His book is terrible. Did you read it, bitch? How you read it? Just came out last week. You a quick reader? Well, you're a speed reader? And why would you speed read a new book of mine? And you said the first one was so bad. You said the Murder in the Beef Sector had all these errors. I couldn't make it past one paragraph. So since you couldn't make it past one paragraph, you ignorant, ugly, bald-head black bitch, since you couldn't make it past one paragraph, why would you buy a new one? Liar. You're just like him. That whole crew over there, girl. What did I call this thing? I call them king of the pig people. Pig people. Ignorant, stupid ass niggas who follow anybody. You motherfuckers would have followed Jim Jones. Oh, what you say, Brother Jay? Oh, this is Brother Jay. You thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, in the name of Jesus. In the name of a clown and a buffoon. Never been taken seriously anywhere. All you can do is get a temp assignment. Nigga, you said I can get off my ass and take my 65-year-old ass with disabilities out there and get a job, Miss Thing? That's what you said. I could go out and get a job, Miss Thing. Okay. Shouldn't you, with 5 degrees and a new certificate, why haven't you been able to go out there and get a job? Not a temp assignment, a job. You know what? When you work at these temporary agencies, most people, in my experience, they'll work for these agencies, right? Sometimes the people are so impressed with the temp person that when a job comes open, they hire that person and they give them regular employment. Oh, thank you. I'm being neglectful. Girl, sometimes it seems that I'm neglecting you. I got a lot of reading to do. Oh, now, truthfully. Hold on a minute. I'm going to thank the saints. So we are grateful over here. Oh, 2 saints. Thank you, Angela. Angelita. Sandra. Bless that heart. Thank you, guys. Cash apps. Yeah, we all appreciate cash apps. The point is, you don't got to go in there begging for them. That's not how you do things, girl. People want to give you something, they just give it to you. It's not even the conversation. Where was I at? About this nigga can't tell about somebody need to get a job. Jay Wilson. I'm just curious about when you go to the alumni classes. Well, that 4 years in college. I mean, goddamn, I've been in this apartment 12 years. I mean, I had three college educations. I've been sitting here in this chair, right? Of course, that was the highlight of your life, right? You went to the school. So you go to the, okay. So what does your conversation look like? You who never lies. What does your conversation look like with your alumni? I mean, how do you explain yourself, Jay Wilson? You still trying to avoid them damn student loans, right? You have been for the last 30 years signing up for new degrees because you don't have to pay the student loan back as long as you're in classes, girl. Nobody, people, I don't know why you think everybody's so stupid, because nobody is as stupid as you, Jay Wilson. You're sitting here denying stuff that we're all sitting here looking at. There's nobody on this internet, if they have any honesty in all, with the exception of Heidi Flack, or she's the ass kisser. But everybody knows that you're a beggar. Everybody knows that you're a scammer. Everybody knows about each one of these scams. And then you have the nerve to come on here talking about, oh, when I did the Cash App Palooza, everybody was so happy. They were so happy. They said, oh, Jay Wilson, if you didn't give me the cash, if you didn't get the Cash App Palooza, I would never have had a Thanksgiving dinner. I just want to thank you, Jay Wilson. That's what they said? Really? Why couldn't they have taken that $50 down there, girl, and bought their own goddamn turkey? Now she's telling y'all that y'all don't, I don't beg, but if y'all want to give. So it's always a distinction between what other people ask for occasionally, or they need whatever, the goddamn tire blew out in the car or whatever. She always got her stinking ass on here to criticize them for their begging, girl. Right? Right? But when she is constantly begging on a daily basis, girl, then she just nobody told you don't have to give. You don't have to give. They just want to give. It ain't like me. It ain't like me. They just want to give. How do they know that they want to give, girl? Is it because you keep telling them? Eventually, those people are gonna wise up, Janet Weiss. They're gonna wise up, and your ass is gonna be stuck with that goddamn mortgage, bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm working on, oh yeah, they told us some story about, now I'm on here begging for an editor. Why would I be begging for an editor now? I just released a book 2 weeks ago, girl. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I released the book. So what the hell am I be begging for an editor for, girl? An editor comes when the book is done. I ain't even got past the first 2 pages, and I'm begging for editors, huh? See, the difference between me and you, Jay Wilson, is I just read you with the truth. I just tell the truth. I'm not comfortable with making up stories. You just make up anything, girl. And you justify it in your twisted, warped, narcissistic brain. You're stupid. I know you're stupid. I identified that you were stupid the first week you showed up here, girl. I said, that is a stupid nigga. You know it, and we both know that you're stupid. That's why you have no vocabulary. That's why you repeat things over and over and over and over. I'm not talking about the same stories, because that's what we do here in the beef sector. We go over the same shit, right? But I'm talking about in one sentence. You just can say the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. And you're not even aware of it. You're an idiot, right? You don't process information, and you don't retain information, you stupid, bald-headed black bitch. I had to go reloaded, and the Egyptian goddess 111. If y'all, hi, Shakira, the new moderator. Y'all welcome Shakira. She's the new moderator. I appreciate you. I needed you. So you guys, if y'all ever see a person named Angry Black Smurf, please immediately block that bitch forever into eternity. You're talking about, oh, he's a terrible writer. You're a terrible reader, bitch. Perhaps it's not the writer. It's not always the author's fault, right? Sometimes it's just that you're stupid. You can't retain information or understand or stay in place, girl. You can't follow a simple story. The goddamn stories I wrote about the beef sector, all you got to do is turn it on. You'll see it's the truth. All the doxing is truth. All the calling people's jobs is truth. All the people losing jobs is true. All the people talking about people's kids is true. It's all true, girl. So I don't know where you get, oh, he's terrible. Why did he write about me? He write about the peace sector. Why did he write about me? I write about whatever I'm doing. When I was a baby Christian, I wrote a series about God, love, and gospel music. 4 books in that. Why? Because that's what I was. That's what occupied my brain at that time. I was so excited about my deliverance and about my newfound faith, girl. And if I do something else, girl, I'll write about that, you dumb bitch. Why would you do that, Timothy? Because I'm a writer. That's it. Girl, it ain't all about, oh, how much money did you get? You didn't get no money. No. Here it is, Jay Wilson. You got money, right? But it wasn't because you sold none of them damn stupid ass pamphlets, girl. You got money by begging for $2,700 up front. Before the thing was even released, you had already gotten your money. You got $2,700 for that. That was just for the editor. Did you also charge them for the design of the book cover? What do? You go to a website, you pick out a picture, and then you tell them to put the words on it. And you need to raise money for that as well, right? I don't know what else you would need money for a goddamn pamphlet that is all copy and paste. You're fortunate them people didn't pursue you because you are republishing our work. You are what they call plagiarizing my good work and putting your name on it. Who's thinking about the jive turkey? Jive turkey, yeah. I used to think that you was really cool. I used to think that I never would be nobody's fool. Let me tell you, baby, nah, jive turkey. You remember that? Oh, people are here. Okay. So, people, I hope it doesn't bore you that I talk about this food, but you see what this is from today. I can't even lay in my bed and relax and talk about real news, girl, because I got to come over here and sock this bitch in the head. Right? She depended on this. Before Timothy Blaine even mentioned her name, nobody was watching that bitch. Girl, they come over here. It's partly because they enjoy my commentary. Apparently, Nikki B loves my singing. That's why he comes. But primarily, the people come to this page to hear me cuss your punk ass out because you deserve that. Right? There's a Christ and there's an antichrist. Correct? You are the anti, girl. You're a pig. You're a pig. How can you take somebody who's serious, who's had all these damn degrees and supposed to be a pastor and a minister of music and all this stuff, girl, and then they come over here and they're the messiest bitch on here, girl. And why are you screaming so much? Why are you screaming so much, girl? You sit in that goddamn car hollering, screaming, going to pick the white people up at the airport, girl. Coming back from the airport, you got to make another video. Then you got to go get ready for the temporary assignment. That's 3 hours a day. You got to come home. Oh, I got to make another video. I just come in here to see y'all. I just come in here to see. I don't care nothing about these people. You've told them hundreds of times how you don't care nothing about these people. You don't watch nobody, person who never lies. How is it, Jay Wilson, that you have a page and all you do is talk about everybody's personal business, their personal relationship, their relationships with their families, their decrepit houses. You talk about everything about everybody's shit, right? But you don't watch nobody. You'll sit there with a straight face into my, oh, I don't watch. You do watch, Jay Wilson, and then you come and you lie about it. That makes you a liar. Why do we call you a scammer? Because you scam people out of their money, right? You don't recognize that? Why do we call you a beggar? Because you beg so damn much, girl. You put Kelly Love to shame. At least you give you little jingles. You don't give them nothing. They just want to give you. You shouldn't be talking about money like that, girl. You say you have a show, come and do your show. We should not have to hear about money all day and every day, talking about how you don't care about nobody, how you don't watch nobody, how you don't do anything, girl. I don't know. I don't know. If you don't know, then why are you talking? If you don't even take the time to research what the fuck you're talking about, college student, didn't they teach you? I thought the primary thing about college is you to go there to learn how to think and how to study and how to research. You just come off the top of your head. Oh, somebody said it. I don't know. Somebody said it. I'm just going to say it because somebody said it. Oh, sissy boy. When do you have time to fuck Mark? Excuse me. To be fucked by Mark. I mean, what do you get? Every once in a while, we hear how you and him went to the amusement park. That's about it, right? This is your partner, your long-term relationship, the one you had us picking out rings for, girl. When do you have time to talk to him? If you're up at 4:30 in the morning, girl, between Uber, temp assignments, YouTube videos, and God knows whatever else, girl, when do you have time to actually get to know this person, girl? When would you do that? You make videos at 4:30 in the morning, and then you're back making them in a nightcap. We get a nightcap. Stupid, retarded motherfucker. What y'all think? I'm being so rude. Fair perspective. Howdy holidays. Oh, there's someone named Fair Perspective. Hi, Rodney McGee. At lunchtime, and Jay Wilson, he makes videos on his lunch break, girl. That's what you know a nigga is living beyond their means. When they can't even enjoy their bologna sandwich at lunchtime, girl, they got to come out in the parking lot and make another video. Yelling, screaming, saying nothing. Just talking loud and saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. No self-respect at all. Anybody else say, well, I don't want that boy over there hollering, screaming about me. That being me. No, she don't give a fuck. She comes over here and insults me, counting on I'm hollering, screaming about her punk ass. Hopefully somebody come and look at her damn channel where she making all this money. 6,000 subscribers. Ugh. I think PewDiePie just crossed 165 million subscribers. And do you ever hear him talking about how much money he making? No, girl. Ain't nobody talking about the money, but this fucking low-life trailer trash who ain't never had shit. She talks about that goddamn stupid, retarded ass house, girl, because she ain't never had there to live no goddamn where. Right? Living in that trailer, I'm sure all she ever dreamed of, girl, was a bed to lay down. I'm on my own bed. When I get to heaven, I'm gonna get me some new shoes. And of course, you got to catch her and everything. You just gonna listen to the commentary? Oh, Nikki B want me to sing? What? Well, pick a repertoire. What do you want me to do? Isley Brothers? I love you, girl. Oh, you're all I need. Oh, yes, you are. Don't play with me. I do every album, girl. That's funny. You mean but this is one of Nikki B's favorite songs. Oh, I can remember a time when I didn't have anyone, no one to love, and no one to love me for me. Oh, girl, then you came into my life. You made my jagged edges smooth. You made my direction so clear. And you, oh woman, you became my purpose, my reason for living, girl. You see, you're my heart, you're my soul. You're my strong inspiration, baby. Lord, that's why I'm singing and opening my arms to you. I want to say, child, why don't you take my hand? All we'll live in love forever, yeah. Girl, we'll be alone, you and me. We'll spend our lives together. All together, all just to be close to you. You want another one? Oh, okay. Oh, please, no hell. Please. Please. Be careful what you ask for, Nikki B. Oh, Lord. Then I see y'all over there. Y'all be listening to that Jay Wilson. To me, if that boy sings better to me, girl, it's just that much. That's how much better Jay Wilson sings than me. And he calls himself a goddamn virtuoso, honey. Yeah, he got the master's degrees in singing, girl. He got master's degrees. He goes to the church and rip them off, girl. Hey, they gave me 200 for just 2 songs. First thing you come out of church. Anything about God? No, God is a joke. Every time he mentioned the guy name of God or our Christ, it's a joke, right? But yet she bring her black ass down there to them churches and rip them off. They don't realize that he's playing the organ. That's all they just need somebody to play the organ. He's a temp there as well. Everything's a temp. They never hire him back. They never ask him back to play again. They never, just like on them temp jobs, nobody's ever offered him a job. I would think if you've been doing temporary assignments, girl, for the last 10 years, somebody somewhere should have offered you employment by now. Correct? Or are you just going to come on here and just lie and make up jobs while you're on here 5-6 times a day? People who work have careers, successful careers, are not spending their time driving Uber cabs and making 5 and 6 videos on YouTube a day. They just don't have the time to do it. Right? Sometimes they got to bring their work home and work there, because you say you got all this education, right? So I assume they have something to do with books. You don't read no books. You don't read nothing, Jay Wilson. You take your videos in front of a picture of books. And that's what your life is, girl. It's just a picture of books. You don't actually read anything. Comment on my goddamn writing. You got a lot of nerve, bitch. But I don't need your approval, nigga. I don't need your approval from no goddamn angry black smurf or troll. What's happening with your life, angry black smurf? You just a goddamn troll. You over there kissing that fool's ass, girl, and that tells me your character. It speaks to your own character, girl. Idiot. Hi, St. James. Lord, the same old thing, St. James. You know what you can depend on in this beef sector, right? Baby, they ain't talking about shit unless they can get somebody to respond to it. But I ain't got no problem with it, because frankly, I love cussing that nigga out. I do. Brings me pleasure. Someone good. They pay him because they can't afford someone good. Lord have mercy. I mean, I don't know. I don't see nothing about that slurpy ass, nasty ass voice, that hideous ass personality, girl, that always up in everybody's business. I don't see anything attractive about it, frankly. I just can't figure out why anybody even over there at all. But the reality is there isn't anybody over there, because if she only got 5,000 subscribers, girl, I mean, 5,000 people who are capable of tuning in at some point, she ain't making no money. So why is it necessary to lie, talking about how you breaking records, girl, and you making all this money, and you got commercials? Do you got specialized commercials that the rest of us don't have, girl? Maybe we don't choose to flood people with the commercials, but you ain't getting no money. You only got 5,000 subscribers, girl. People on here got 100,000, 200,000. Black people, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. A million people. Tasha K got 1 million people, girl. Right? Do they come over and talk about, I'm breaking records this month better than the last month? Oh, I got all the commercials. Oh, they don't know how to do the commercial like me. Oh, I tell them to give. I didn't beg. I just told them to give. If you want to give, you don't have to, nigga. The last thing I need is permission to give anybody. Ooh, you're talking sweet as honey. Guess what? So is my money. Don't bring me no problems, nigga, when I get home. He gonna allow them to give. Stupid ass. Get your mind off the money. The money will come, nigga. Do a good job. How about that? That's what you never learned, honey. If you would have went on one of them temporary assignments and did a good job, somebody would have offered you full-time work by now. How long you been doing it? 12 years? Every time she talk about, I work for Delta. She was a flying waiter for Delta. At first, it was 8 years, then it became 10 years, and now it's 12 years, girl. She keeps expanding these stories for bragging right. Why you gonna brag about bringing somebody some damn peanuts, girl? Bring them some coffee. What? So at the beginning of the flight, they say put on your whatever the damn thing's gonna drop down. All that takes all of 3 minutes. So what are you bragging about? You a world traveler because you work on an airline in your 20s. You a world traveler. You're not traveling. Sean Bradley is traveling. I mean, sometimes he's working, but sometimes he's traveling. You are just an employee on a plane. An employee on the plane, girl. Most of the airline stewardess or stewards, when they get to town, wherever their destination is, girl, and they're on the return flight. So you get off at the airport, you go to a hotel very near the airport. Now we all know that if when they put an airport, it can't be downtown in none of these cities, right? The airport is usually way out at the edge of town, right? So they can have the landing strips and so forth. So you don't even leave the area of where the plane is. They don't want you too far away because you got to get back on the plane in the morning, right? So you ain't did no world traveling, bitch. You ain't did shit. You just work on the airplane. Thank y'all for coming on in. Ooh, with the riffs and runs in his vocal range. Nick, okay, you messy too. Nikki B, you got a lot of that trolling you, child. I'm sorry. He say, what do you say about Jay Wilson? Hold on, man. Jay Wilson sounds like a cross between Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass, girl. With a little Kermit the Frog thrown in, girl. You should have said a cross between someone in pain and Kim Burrell. Niggas. Thank y'all for coming in on today. I got to get out of here, honey. I got to get out of here while the weather is still relatively good. We're supposed to be expecting a rainstorm, but it ain't quite hit yet. Thanks for coming in, people. You want me? Okay. This I got to dedicate a song to Nikki. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh at Jay Wilson and sing a song. Since we just got started now, before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.